Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our deep stretch class. Today we've got a nice deep stretch with some longer holds in each pose to kind of chill out and settle down. Great way to start the day, waking up the body. So we're going to get started here in child's pose today. You can choose whatever feels best for your body, whether you want to do knees together, feet together, and sit your hips back, or knees wide, big toes together, sit your hips back. Once you decide, reach your arms forward. Allow your forehead to come to the mat and close your eyes. Spread your fingers wide so your entire palm is connected to the mat. Let your hips settle down heavy on your heels. And see if you can breathe into your entire torso, expanding your belly and your back as you breathe in. Taking some longer, deep breaths in and longer breaths out. Allow the past to be in the past and the future to be in the future. We are only here in this moment. A few more breaths here in this child's pose. And keep your lower body exactly where it is. Just start to walk your hands over to the left. Then walk them over to the right. Then come back to center. Slowly roll your way up into a kneeling position, and we'll take some cat-cows. Stack your knees under your hips and your hands under your shoulders. Take an inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, chin to chest. Rounding through the entire spine. Inhale, drop your belly, look up. Exhale, round. Take some more of these cat-cows that move with your breath. And then come back to neutral. Lay yourself all the way down onto your belly. Place your forearms on the mat with your elbows underneath your shoulders. Root down through the tops of your feet, your legs, your pelvis, and then imagine that you're pulling your elbows toward your feet so that you feel this opening action in the chest. So we've got an open chest, our shoulders are down and back, feeling that nice opening in the small back bend. Keep pressing away from the floor and pulling your elbows towards your feet. Slightly tuck your chin so you have a long neck. And then on your next exhale, release your upper body to the mat. Take your right hand and use it as a pillow for your head. Bend your left knee. Draw your knees close together and reach for your foot. Start to pull your foot toward your glute. See if you can keep this left hip on the ground. If you need more of a stretch, imagine lifting your kneecap slightly off the ground and you'll feel it even deeper in the front of your body. Remember to keep your left knee in towards the midline of your body. And you can close your eyes once you settle into your stretch. Slowly release your foot back down to the ground. Take your left hand and use it as your pillow. And bend your right leg and reach your right hand back for your foot. Start to pull your heel towards your glute. And try to keep your right hip down. Slowly release your leg and press yourself back up to all fours. Spread your fingers, press your palms into the mat, tuck your toes, and peel your hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Allow your heels to journey toward the mat. You're probably not going to touch them, that's okay. Your shoulders open up as your chest presses back towards your legs. And then drop your knees. Stack your hips over top of your knees and slide your hands forward. You can be palms on the ground or pinkies on the ground for our puppy pose. Reach your arms forward and let your shoulders open up as you drop your chest toward the mat. You can bring your forehead to the mat, or if your flexibility allows and it feels good, maybe your chin to the mat. Really feel that opening in the armpit area, stretching out the lats. This one is such a good one for us to do. The folks that are sitting at a desk all day with rounded posture. And then slowly make your way up. You're gonna come into lizard pose next. So take your left foot outside of your left hand. And then slide your right leg back if you need to so that your knee is over your ankle. We're aiming here to drop the hips down and keep a relatively long spine. Should feel this one all sorts of ways in the hips, especially in your right hip flexor, the front of your upper leg. Sorry, y'all, my computer timed out on me, and that's where my class plan is. Well, it's gonna have to be with. If you're good here in this lizard, you can just hold it, but another way for a lizard to occur is on the forearms, so you can always deepen your lizard stretch on your forearms if that felt right for your body. A couple of breaths here on this side, really let the hips open up. And then start to slide your left leg back and bring your right forward. Remember, the foot is on the outside of the hand, so it's wide, almost at the end of your mat if you're on a mat. Sink your hips down, try to keep your back low. If your wrists are starting to bother you, fists are always an option. Oh man, there goes the cracking of the knuckles. And slowly slide your right leg back and come to a seat. Bring both feet together and pull them in towards your body. If your knees are all the way up here, totally okay. Wherever you are is totally fine. You can use your elbows to sort of press your knees down gently as you fold forward. Feel free to close your eyes on this one. Take some deeper breaths. Maybe set an intention for your day. And then make your way up and extend your left leg straight out to the side. Pull your right foot so that it comes to your inner thigh. Take your torso and turn it towards your foot, and then start to walk down into a forward fold. Doesn't have to be the world's deepest forward fold, but just a place that you feel the stretch in your hamstring. Slowly press back up. Take your left hand in, right hand up, and side bend. Completely side motion. There's no turning of the torso on this one. If you start to notice your shoulder closing, can you open it up and really get deep into that side body? These toes are flexed. Come back up, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Switch the legs, take your torso, turn it towards your toes, and start to walk out into your forward fold, keeping a long spine as best you can. A couple more deep breaths here. And slowly make your way up. Take your right hand in, left arm up. Sometimes my hand ends up on this leg. Sometimes I bring it over here, whatever feels right for you. Your elbow might not be on the ground and it's just your hand. That's fine too. Just try to get this nice side body action with the other and start to make your way up. Extend both legs into a straddle. Your straddle can be wide or narrow. That's up to you and your body. Flex your toes up to the sky and turn so that your kneecaps are pointing up to the sky. Same thing, we're walking ourselves forward with a long spine. Coming down as far as feels good for you and your inner thighs today. Keep in mind that every time that you stretch is a different moment. Your body may feel differently today than it did a different day. Some days you'll get deep into a stretch, some days your body will say no. So be kind to your body and wherever it's at in this moment. And come on back up. Bring your legs together. Lay down all the way onto your back. Oh dear, I hope the computer left. It's showing me the low battery, but my charger won't work this morning. I don't know what's going on with that. But I'll tell you what we're going to finish up with in case you end up losing me. My apologies. It's supine twist. So you're going to pull your right knee in and then drop it over to the left. We're going to hold this for about a minute, 2 minutes, and then we're going to switch to the other side. And that should wrap us up. So if I lose you, switch to the other side. Here's hoping it'll stay on. Send the breath all the way down to the hips. Feel free to close your eyes if you haven't already. Come back to center. And then extend your right leg down. Bring your left knee in. Give it a big hug. And then drop it over to the right. Keep breathing deep all the way into the torso, into the hips. And back to center. Let's finish out with a happy baby. Bring both feet up, grab the outside edges, and draw the knees down towards the mat. See if you can lengthen your tailbone onto the mat as well. You can rock side to side. You can find some movement or you can find stillness, whatever feels better for you. And slowly bring your legs back in. Bring them down and roll yourself onto one side to press up to a seat. Thank you very much for joining me this morning. I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.